Please be advised, everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and my opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to do your own research. All media used was found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealing. Hi guys, this is Mahogany Spirit coming to you from the UK. I'm going to be talking about Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. I'm going to be discussing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, known as Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Harry prefers to be called just Harry nowadays, which is very difficult for us over here, us Brits, because we consider him to be Prince Harry. That's what he's known as, which is a shame that he does not want that title anymore and has given it up. I'm going to be discussing Tyler Perry's relationship with Meghan Markle and Harry, and also Oprah's relationship and where I see it going with the two of them also. I'm going to be touching upon Meghan Markle's acting career. I'm going to be discussing where I feel that could be going and heading. I'm just going to be pointing in a few directions, so let's get on with it. Now, Tyler Perry, as everybody is aware, owns Tyler Perry Film Studios. He's one of the highest paid male actors in Hollywood. He's extremely successful, known very much for his character Medea. I do actually have quite a lot of respect for Tyler Perry. I think he's achieved a lot. He is a self-made, self-created man. He came up with this character and he's played it for over 30 years, which has brought him loads of success. He's also a comedian. He did, however, as a younger man, suffer from depression. This is all well documented and can be found. He has his film studios, which I've just mentioned. Tyler Perry has done some great movies. I enjoyed Falling from Grace. It was a great film. I sat there, the narrative's strong. You know, he has quite a lot of connections with Mariah Carey, Taraji Henson, knows Jay-Z, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, as I already stated, Michael V. Jordan. You know, he's up there. He is considered to be one of Hollywood's royalty, black Hollywood royalty, one of the elites, and is steadily making a name for himself. He works alongside, as I stated, BET, which is Black Entertainment Television, and yeah, he's very renowned. They say that he's worth 600 million. I actually feel he's probably a billionaire. And that's about it. Yeah. And as I said, he's a comedian. And then you have Oprah Winfrey. She's a mogul. She's interviewed the likes of Bill and Hillary Clinton. She's interviewed the Obamas. She's interviewed many renowned people, from Michael Jackson to Tom Cruise to Nicole Kidman. Over the years, she's run the Oprah show, as we all know. She started out in television as an anchor woman. She has the own television network. She's worked with Halle Berry. You know, she's really put in some hard graft. You know, she has her magazine, which is really geared up towards women. You know, she has some heavy-hitting friends, you know, Ellen DeGeneres and many, many more. Their names, I'm really sorry if I've missed them out. Been in the industry for 30 years and more, and is an accomplished actress herself. Done Colour Purple, she's directed. You know, she's just a powerhouse, and she's a billionaire, a multi-billionaire. Now, why would Oprah want to be involved with Harry and Meghan Markle? Well, this is just going off of the top of my head. I do believe that Meghan Markle at this precise point is reading over scripts. And she's looking at scripts and maybe reading scripts that she would like to act in, you know, and star in and play in. She's probably got a list of them on the floor and is mulling them over. And her comeback to Hollywood. Because we know Meghan Markle has never, ever, ever been content to just be a D-lister actress that married a prince. No, 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 no. Meghan Markle wants to be up there. She wants to be up there with the best. She wants to be an A-lister. Hence, she's living in a house worth £18 million. It's probably not her choice of house that she'd like to be in. I am aware that we are still paying for her security, the British taxpayer, but she's living in Tyler Perry's house. Tyler Perry sent a private plane, to collect Meghan Markle and Harry and baby Archie, to take them to LA, to take them to Beverly Hills, to take them to that gated community where they're now residing, which does have security, by the way. You know, it's probably not her preference of choice, but she's happy, she's there. She's amongst her A-lister friends. Harry's there, you know, he's mulling about, he's recording Meghan and Archie. He's getting to grips with it all in America, you know, mingling with the elite black Americans and Meghan Markle's actress friends, some of which were in Grey's Anatomy. And it all seems very fine and dandy at the moment. You know, although Harry did pop up a few days ago looking rather solemn, talking about the Invictus Games, and maybe he is missing his time with his friends and his connections back here in the UK. But, you know, that's a choice you made, Harry. You know, you didn't want to stay here. You felt that we were a bunch of bigots, a bunch of racists. Basically, that we were hostile towards you and your wife, which, from a black British perspective, is simply not true. We couldn't have been more in love with Meghan, you know, and the new dynamic that she brought to the royal family, just as much as we were and still are very much in love with Kate and William and the dynamic that they bring. You know, that all comes back from, you know, Diana, Princess Diana, and the dynamic that she brought, you know. So there's always been this real attachment and fondness of Diana's boys. Well, let me crack on. It would appear that they are still receiving taxpayers' money in a bid to become financially independent. They're still very much receiving taxpayers' money. You know, as they go out and do their charity work, whatever it is they're doing, they're still needing security. They're living in the lap of Beverly Hills now, you know, in Tyler Perry's mansion, you know, and Tyler Perry does stand to gain a fair bit by working with Meghan. He will gain notoriety, worldwide success. Everyone who's anyone will be watching the first film that Meghan Markle stars in, purely because she married into the royal family and is now prepared to trade in on her royal connections to make her name in Hollywood. Oh yes, that's what she's intending to do. And Harry's up for it. He's just simply got no respect for his royal connections and his bloodline. He's all up for it. And he's perfectly happy with this trade-off, you know, because he feels that we've treated him and his wife badly. Harry did say, if anyone remembers, and I will never forget it, and I was actually really annoyed and livid, when he said every camera and every flash brings him back to the day that he was a little boy, you know, and that makes him depressed. Now, when he said that, I actually was one of those that believed it. And I really did believe it. I really thought, well, you know, maybe the British media have gone too far, just even photographing them. But subsequently, we see them parading around in front of the press in LA, doing high profile runs, charity work, making sure that it's all being filmed, and running around with someone which they've hired to clearly film them. It just does not seem to be disturbing Harry whatsoever. He seems perfectly comfortable in that situation, perfectly comfortable with what's going on surrounding him in LA, but seems to have pure contempt for the British taxpayer and pure contempt for the British media, which are no different from those in LA, from the Inquirer. The British media are no different from the Inquirer. There's so many tabloids that will be running stories on them in Beverly Hills, but they know this. That's what I believe, and I believe that this was all planned. The way Oprah was seated right at the front of their wedding, it was all planned. Meghan said she's going to hit the ground running, and hit the ground running she literally has. She's run from the British public, she's run from the British taxpayer, she's run from Frogmore Cottage, she has run from all connections straight back to LA, where she wants to be, because she wants to be an A-list actress that literally hasn't earned her stripes because she simply doesn't have the talent. She's not a Hailey Berry, she is not a Sandra Bullock, she is not a Jennifer Lopez even. She's just simply not a Beyonce Knowles. She is not a Julia Roberts. She simply does not have the talent of her contemporaries. You know, this is a desperate D-lister actress planning to force herself on the public any way, shape she can, so that she can become an A-lister actress in Hollywood and have the kind of A-lister lifestyle that she craves. She does not care about her charities, and she simply is not interested in doing any real charity work. All that charity work was done to get to Harry, to get herself and her feet underneath the table of arguably the most famous family in the world, so that she could marry, which she has achieved, Prince Harry, and run back to Hollywood and make a name for herself. And it's a shame, because they could have been so much more. They didn't need to have all of this hysteria, anger surrounding them. But this is what they've caused and what they've unfortunately achieved. You give me your thoughts and opinions on them, because I'd really love to know. Bye.